Guys, I think what we're doing is we do like a repeat of the GR90 session that I've done with the Crusader earlier in the season, where I was blasting for 420 souls an hour. That was part of the legendary competition. And I'm trying to probably GR90 here as well. This should be fine. Frozen Orb Wizard. Wizard is pretty good. I have an okay setup. Gear is a bit scuffed. So this could be resource here instead of vitality. Here I could reroll the vitality something, but I don't really want to right now. But realistically, I guess the damage should be a good roll. Let's do it. So goal is to do 1 hour of blasting and get at least 400 souls. So I'll get close to what I did on my Crusader. See how that goes. We have 3,147 souls right now. I emptied my gems too. You can also check the other stuff here. 6,300 Blessed Breath. 20,900, 26,000, 23,600. Setup is here. Basically full speed. Full DPS. We have a Nemesis. We have a bit of defensive setup with Galvanizing Ward, which is required though. And Unstable Anomaly, which is hardcore required. And then, theoretically, you could probably just go without Galvanizing Ward, even just go Deflection, if you like. And no Unstable Anomaly on softcore, but it is what it is. We have 225 keys, let's see how much we use. I think on my Crusader I did, how much? 32 runs? I was really fast on a Crusader, I think I did 32 runs in 1 hour. Let's see how this goes. Let's hope I don't die to some random stuff, because it's hardcore. We're doing GR90, it's not Empower actually. Do we have a Templar? Yep. And go. And we procced. Nice. It would be very hard to do a sub 1 minute. I had like a few sub 1 minute runs I think on the Crusader. I would be happy if I can get at least one here. Yeah, good AoE coverage as well on this build, but it's slightly weaker and a much lower Paragon. No Augments, so we'll see how that will go. You have to get a really juicy run. I want to stay at like 1.5 minute average or so if I can. Then we can probably do 30 runs an hour. 30 runs an hour would be nice. I'm not sure exactly how much XP that is, but it should probably be something like 1.5 trillion or so with no pools. Oh. Okay, that can be better. And we get more than full augment in that time, so that's gonna be nice too. Oh, Lakuni face beast, let's go. Yeah, the problem is like stuff dies, you know, off screen, so I don't get my Storm Armor proc all the time. So this is why I'm squishy sometimes and just get one-shots by certain things, I guess. Oh, we lost like half the map there. Went the wrong direction and couldn't tell. Oh, never mind, we get the same stuff again. Pretty good. Maybe it would make sense to run Shocking Aspect or whatever it's called on Storm Armor. So I get like more consistent procs when I TP around like this. I just don't really seem to be hitting enough stuff. This is hardcore? This is hardcore, eh? My bloodshot cap is so low. I have to do 3 runs only. Ah, here we go. Oh, this is a horror map, right? Oh no, it's not. This is Blood Clan. Okay. Still dangerous enough though. Could run Dominance to make it safer. You see how little uptime I have on my Storm Armor sometimes? Where can you find this LOD build? I have a few videos about Frozen Orb. You just type Frozen Orb with Joe, you'll find it on YouTube. I didn't make a specific guide for this, but you'll see it. Also, we have it on Maxroll as a written guide. Might have a command actually, like exclamation whiz. Oh no, sorting out will be slow. I'm not really too familiar with all this stuff. That was 3 runs. Teleporting into the pylon with the frozen orb, that was nice. Which also happened to be a power, so everything exploded. Good things you have quite some pickup radius, yeah. I should be running a Tyrael's Might actually for the extra damage. I just realized as a chest. Might be something. A killer doesn't really do much, yeah. That's the time. I barely have it. Just now because I have channeling. So when you start, I think at 7:31 or so. Those 4 runs now. Tyrael's Might would definitely be the way to go here as a chest. Or Tarasha chest for the attack speed. Both would be fine. It's really fun to play this build. I also want to try my VTOR build actually. I'm not sure I have the gear for it. But I mean it's LOD. I should have most of it. So if I don't die after my push, I will try some Fireballs action and my T16 Meteor build. I played some on PTR. It was quite fun. Definitely fine for T16. But yeah, Tarasha chest would definitely be better than this, yeah. Or you go 2-piece Firebird, how about that, Zepki? Always a great idea, I know. Just put Firebird in every build on Wizard. Makes it automatically good. Why didn't I think about this earlier? Is this a Rhyme Heart or is it Death Wish? I think it's a Rhyme Heart, right? We just salvage unidentified Ice Climber. Not too bad, it was only 1 soul. I mean, it protects you on hardcore too, right? So good. Those Yetis. Ouch. Bit careful here with the pylons. No proc. Can be scary. These guys everywhere. Okay, here we go. Maybe I could try this -3 cost rune. Maybe that's enough to keep my kill up better. Probably not. I mean, it costs so much just to spam Frozen up here. Especially when you lose price fall too. Was it capable in non-hardcore? 120? I mean, hardcore versus softcore makes no difference whatsoever, besides one passive. So, usually in a hardcore build it's like maybe a tier behind maximum. So, the pushing potential of this is like 140, I'd say. Like, all fully optimized. I mean, let's say like Paragon 2.5k or so. I think 140 is doable. But only this season because of Death Wish. After the season this will be, I don't know, like -5 or so. And I love that Shadow Clone with Star Pact Meteor. It's so good. Man. And the Shadow Clones are also using the Wave of Force, which I always think is my proc, because it's the same animation, but it's a bit smaller, I think. It's damn scary anyway. Here. Is it my proc, is it not? Can never tell. Come on, we're so close. One post clear 144, which meets the Frozen up. Alright, and Deathwish and ES. It was on NA, right? As a broken string. Man, 11 pickup radius is so nice for farming. Definitely. Really great gear I have here. Everything just gets swooped up there. Ugh. My squirts. Stood right in the mortar. GR instead of Adora. Yeah, it might work actually. Would be worth trying, I guess, for the next session. Ancient God shoulders, pretty good ones. I mean, yeah, if you can keep your killer much easier like this, then it would definitely help to just go even more aggressive. But here, for example, there's no elite now. I'll be very slow here without Ingeon. I don't think it would really speed it up. I mean, if you want to speed clear like this, yeah, I think you would be worse off, because sometimes you just don't have Ingeon, even at this pace. Yeah, I just went for like 30 seconds without any elite even. And that happens sometimes. You know, like once every run or so, or every other run. It's just not really worth it anymore. Exactly, without Adder Walker you can't really do these speedruns. I mean, if you really want to go for like a super efficient build in terms of XP, you have to go Death Wish anyway. So can I get some procs here? I'll be on a mission here, I can't stop. I'm proccing like every other run anyway, so what can I do? I'm trying to see what I can farm in 1 hour. Oh, I walked that twice and didn't pick it up anyway. Feels bad, man. Funny layouts. Oh, here's more. Yeah, exactly. Mr. Dammening on a big silver spire. Wow. Oh, I'm getting feared. I still have no clue how Mr. Dampening works with Frozen Orb, but I'm doing nothing. I think that Frozen Orb does like damage per like distance traveled. So it barely does any damage, but eventually you get all the explosions. So it's really weird. I got left a bit too long for me to pick up the orbs. It was a bit scary there, walking in. Loses damage or gains per distance traveled. No, I think basically every, you know, X distance traveled, it releases you know, some shards or whatever. I mean, if you shoot into the missile dampening, the frozen orb will just, you know, the total damage is the same, but it just takes very long to actually travel. So you never get all the damage out of it unless you kill the missile dampener or the orbs arrive after, like, you know, 30 seconds, and suddenly you get, like, you know, big burst. So I think that's how it works. It's quite funny. Mm, 2 minutes. Ouch. Yeah, that sucks now. This is a really dangerous mod type, yeah. I'm gonna play this carefully. Okay, never mind. Sometimes lucky. Illusionist, Tomb Guardians! Ah! Not now. Honestly, I should just play with Unity and screw this Storm Armor entirely. Why not, actually? I can just wear the Unity instead of the Halo, have some elite damage on top. That sounds like a good idea, honestly. I think that would be the way to go, because the Storm Armor is so fucking inconsistent. Not now, but after this 1 hour. And then you can just run Force Armor. And you should probably have similar damage reduction against, yeah, pretty much anything that is not that dot. I think that sounds like a very good idea. Seven Paragons already, that's funny. Well, half an hour is over. Is that a circle? Looks very much like a circle. Good thing you have teleport for all the walls. I think Unity is actually the best setup you can do here. If you lead damage, you have like no worries about proccing. You might have like slightly less toughness, I guess, because 80% reduction is a lot from Halo, but honestly, screw it. I don't need the 80%. I need the consistency somehow. Definitely gonna try to set up a Unity setup after this and see how that goes maybe for the remaining ornaments. I think that should be much more smooth. If I don't die before, let's not die. Oh, he's warning himself. Oh, all the ops fly to me. How nice. Is it a jug? Yeah. And then I'll pylon. Gamble time. Hey PDX, how are you doing? I got a 400C by the way, 410. And then I 10X on top, but I'll keep those. Cyrus mobs well balanced. Kick W. Fucking journey. Solita Haste Aura Cyrus Rare. Oh, that sounds fun. Does the Haste Aura give him a lot though? Oh, this map with a shield pile, man, against Blood Clan Spear Throwers. How amazing is that? But then again, it's Blood Clan Spear Throwers that don't give any progress. Because we have many elites there. Could you not kill that Cyrus mob? Right on pylons there. Nowhere to be found. I need a power for a good run here. Or anything for some progress. Amazing. Worst one. Second worst one. Paid 5 portals to get on one rare mob. Good job, BDX, I'm proud of you. How did you feed it so much? That's another question, I guess. Stone gauntlets. Ah, I'm stunned. That's a lot of grotesques here. Leave me alone. So much fun. This build. Just this kind of farming. This game is so good that you don't care about paragons. It's amazing. Wow. This guy thunderstormed me from above here before I had my storm armor. How amazing is that? I'll actually die here. This is a horror map too. Just explosions everywhere. Gotta be careful. Oh well. Second take on Phalanx. What's your plan now there, Sergey? Did you make a weird planner? And somehow it shows like good damage? More than like 8 billion per hit? I'd be amazed. Maybe you can try to run Phalanx on a Necromancer. Has a lot of good weapons. What is this build? What is this build? This is LOD Frozen Orb. Some type of exclamation mark wizard, I think. LD version, good numbers, it should be that bad, less god awful. Well, it's T13 viable. Maybe you can make a T14 with LOD. I mean, Archons and Horse is basically LOD, right? So maybe you can put in some other nice stuff that would give you a slight benefit. But this is a farming build, you want the horse anyway, so I don't really see much of a point to not have Archons. But maybe you can get some crazy stuff, yeah, like Tasker and Theo and I don't know, SOJ, fire stuff and... Ugh. I'm gonna focus more on hardcore now. Yeah, I did a yellow item push earlier. And we had a poll about what to push next. I have like a bunch of stuff pretty much ready, or almost ready. And Hardcore Wizard came out on top, so we're gonna do that next, I guess. It's gonna be a longer project because I actually have to unlock all the tiers, so it's gonna be like kind of like a long-term project, I guess. You know, going tier by tier, solo pushing my way to victory. That's gonna be fun. Oh, for fuck's sake. Always a fucking lickers. When you get this at the start, you I almost have no chance to get your storm armor up, I think. It's horrible. These guys, every time. So you guys can't watch that right now. I have to focus on my storm armor. Okay, focus back. Is this like better version of Powerful Extra? What do you mean exactly? $403 billion DPS fully buffed with Phalanx? Is that, like, are you doing the horses Phalanx or are you doing the Phalanx? 403 billion sounds like the horses. I mean, 1.2 trillion COE means basically one shot on the others, so that's pretty nice. Oh man. How did he get so much? Interesting. Is that with like 10 guys up or how many? There's a lot of stuff here, that's what I was in. Sorry Soul, we're not done yet with the 1 hour solo. We are on a mission. Ugh, I stood in the molten explosion, seriously. Oh, never mind. It's gonna be like 5 more runs, or maybe 6. It's like 12 minutes remaining, I think, for a 1 hour blast. Ah, here he is. Well, Event Horizon doesn't suck in the aggro test because it was like the monster death animation. But it does, you know, do all the elemental stuff, basically, all the affixes in this. So that's how it works. Almost procced again here, because you just never get this storm armor up at the start. Holy moly. What a mechanic. PLX can barely clear. What kind of map did he make? PLX still with the trapper or a new build? I'm not sure which build is stronger actually. PLX might have an easier time because he doesn't die so easily. Okay, no, should still have bad DPS. Oh, are you doing like a non-season build even? Zapki? For the 4th cube slot? So you have Eking Fury, Phalanx Shield, what else? Furnace? There's a Phalanx weapon too, right? So I have the weapon, the shield, Eking Fury, okay, I see. Well, Eking Fury is definitely an argument for some T60 action. Is 100% hilarious. I can kill anything. I mean any player. Nah, there will be builds that will just blast through this. Can't kill anything. What kind of map did you make? With Delirious? Okay, but... By the way, how does Delirious work when you have these orbs on the map? Well, I know that the scales like have distance to the mirror and this kind of stuff, but how does it work with the orbs? Because there's no mirror, it's just everywhere. Is it like from the start, or is it like always the same? I don't even know. Or is this like this percent delirious from like having 5 orbs? There's like a flat multiplier and that's it. So 100% delirious means monsters have 100% more life or what? It's probably more than that. Yeah, I know how the mirror works. I don't know about the orbs because I never used them. Ugh, what is this? Okay, one more salvage and... should be it. I like 3 runs. Only T7. Yeah, doesn't really matter if you go no tier. I know in Delirium League, I think people are actually farming like T10s or so maximum for all this Delirium stuff. How long Storm Armor takes to get my first Halo proc? And again, like Storm 1 was down for like 5 seconds. Now what are we talking about there with Locust Swarm and Wormwood? What's up for bears? Wormwood was pretty bad though, it's really slow. Like if you try to use Wormwood for farming, it's really slow. Can't rely on it. You know, to make Wormwood kind of decent, you need to put Pestilence on a bar and then you can just cast Pestilence yourself. So there's no point in having Wormwood like ever, pretty much. Unless you do it in a chicken build. If you do chicken build, you can have Wormwood and you can apply your stuff, you know, while in chicken form. So that's the only real advantage, because you can't cast anything yourself there. I never got a really great map here, unfortunately. That was up 1 minute. Comfortable T15 Phalanx build. With what Paragon? How good is one fizz roll? What are you talking about, Liber? Can you repeat that question? I missed it and can't scroll right now. .5% crit chance for one physical roll. You mean like 1% physical damage, or are we talking about an average damage roll? What exactly? A secondary? Oh, okay. Physical resistance. Yeah, for sure. Go for physical. Physical resistance is very good, especially on non-intelligence builds. What build are you playing? And even on intelligence, it can be quite beneficial when it's not super tanky. Half a crit chance is like, I don't know, maybe 0.6% DPS or so, but a physical damage reduction roll is pretty big. Oh shit, sit in Molten. Yeah, there's no chance to get our Storm Armor here. Oh, maybe actually. So physical roll on gear is something like, I don't know, between like 6 and 8% reduction against physical. And that was like most of the incoming damage. Can definitely take that over a little bit of damage there. Alright, one more run, I guess. A res guide at some point. We're planning to have something like this on Maxwell at some point, I think. And I was also going to talk about damage reduction stuff at some point as well, yeah. I just never made a guide yet. It's like something I wanted to release like early in the season or right before a season. And I wanted to do it for this season, but I didn't do it. And I was like busy with, you know, all the PTR things. I'll do it for next one, I guess. I have some other Diablo projects planned right now. Oh, nice warmer. Ugh. That's a lot of molten. I wonder if that would kill me through unstable anomaly, even with my halo up. Maybe not. I mean, it's 800% life shield, but yeah, who knows. If it's a hall pack, I would probably die. The worst part of that map. Silver Spire? Oh, the Detroit map? Okay, let's cannot die. Oh, funny. Alright, that was the last run. Let's see how much we did. I think it was less than 30. I had a couple like 2-minute runs, so couldn't really catch up. Oh look, we found one. What's it called? Ancestor's Grace. I think it's the only one we found. Wouldn't CC reduction be better for solo push? Oh. Bone, spear. Or if you can, CC reduction is really nice, yes. Oh, we found 2 Ancestors Graces. Oh, look. Alright, this was 1 hour of blasting. Let's see the results. I didn't write down exactly the numbers. But because you can check on the vault. I remember the keys though. I had something 25 keys. Let's start out the rest of the loot. Didn't get any mental channeling, unfortunately. So many Storm Goddess. 3.7k, 1 CC reduction. Yeah, go for CC reduction if you can. Almost a good convention. Damn it. Oh, if that was ancient, I would take it. 59, whatever. Damn it. There's another ancient wizard spike. You have so many of those. Ancient savages. $3,147 souls. Wow, we got almost 400. Look. Maybe there's a primal in there. We didn't get a single primal actually, I just realized. Unlucky. Alright. I think we made over 1,000 weight crystals. I'm not sure about the dust and the reusable parts. That's probably very little. I think barely anything drops. We made like 100 gems. We did 26 runs. We had 225 keys, I remember. And if you say it's 3,147, we made, well, if you establish this, yeah, 389 souls, almost 400. But considering I'm 1.3k with no augments, and not even high gems or anything, and life regen rolls, and I don't know what, on hardcore, I think I'm doing pretty fine. So, that was nice. Oh, 390 souls actually with this one. And how far did you get for our gems? I think like one was complete here, yep. And this one is also half. So yeah, 26 runs. I didn't empower, but I could have empowered. So I need like this one. You probably don't even need that much because I don't have ancient convention, I think. Let's check what we have. This was 90s, yeah. The Crusader run was also 90s, but the Crusader had like 1.5k more Paragon. And yeah, Crusader just seems like a bit better because you have, you know, not the need to be at a certain distance or to keep up anything. You just blast. But otherwise, yeah, it's fine. I guess if I had like another 1.5k Paragons, I could probably like optimize it a lot more for like resource cost reduction and just really spam. I could go like full attack speed and full resource everywhere and just spam. And then it comes down to having good timing here and then having like maybe Unity plus Force Armor. I think for my next farming session I will do this. Unity and Force Armor. Yeah, with this. That should be better.